Music matters. Dro, long overdue, my friend. How you doing?
What's up, Dante? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm doing well today. I'm in a good place. I'm happy.
Good, for sure.
How you doing, man?
I'm chilling, just, making moves,
Yes, sir.
trying to get up, and away.
Of course. I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Appreciate you having me, for sure.
Of course. This spot is crazy.
Yup. This is Coterie, Dan, man. Coterie, Dan, Japantown.
Say it again. What's the name?
Coterie.
Coterie.
Yeah.
What's that name mean?
So, Coterie is it's an exclusive group of people that have the same goals and the same dreams that they want to achieve. So like
like a team,
yeah, that's what we're trying to achieve with this right here. So like in the studio, right? Let's say that if I'm the lead engineer in here, and like when people come in here, we want to bring people that are like of that same mindset and caliber,
Yeah.
so we could grow together. Some shit. Yeah.
That's interesting. The more and more engineers I talk to, I feel like, because I don't think that I knew this, like looking in from the outside, but I feel like more and more engineers are being really exclusive about the type of people they record, because at least the ones I talk to, it seems like a lot of engineers really only want to work with people that they genuinely rock with, like they genuinely like believe in their music.
Well, it's not to just put it like in a different perspective. It's not like we're trying to just work with people that we know that are going to get streams. It's more like,
but they believe in
you. Like you could have 0 monthly listeners, you could have like 100 streams, and if I really like your work, I'm finna work with you for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I just got to hear that talent, and I got to hear that to work with.
Because it's also it's also almost like a cosign. You know what I mean? Like if you record somebody, even from the engineer perspective, or if you're making beats for somebody from the production standpoint, because I know you do both, you're kind of giving them a cosign. It's like, I believe in this person, I'm with this person, I rock with them. I feel like that is kind of a positive thing, though, because I feel like it's a bit of like it's I've always found it a little transactional when like producers, they're just like packs.
Right.
They're like
just flooding in your face type shit.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Not that it's wrong, but I do feel like when there's a producer in a studio working with an artist one-on-one or working with a group, whatever, when they're there face to face, it kind of makes the music more genuine. Like a lot of the times that comes across. You can hear that.
Yeah, I also feel like as an engineer and producer, I'm saving you too. Like if I'm not messing with you as an artist, like how am I supposed to work and give you the best quality that I can give you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's really selective, and like people go through that. Like artists find their own engineers that have a really good chemistry with them. You gotta have like there's like this thing that like not a lot of people really cherish or think about in engineering, where like the relationship between the engineer and the artist. To get the perfect take, he got to be comfortable in the booth. She got to be comfortable in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a very important aspect to all of that.
Yeah, of course. I know that. I'd be interested to ask you, because how we met was through the Kid Lords. I know you work with them very closely.
Still connected. Still connected and part of the group.
Yep. So you do all their engineering, all their production, etc. Do you work with any other artists on that level, like as a main producer / engineer, like you're doing all their stuff? Or I know there's other artists you work with, right? Yeah. But not to that level?
No, not to that extent where, because the Kid Lords, we started together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the only reason I'm doing what I'm doing now is because Payback, part of the Kid Lords, by the way.
Shout out Payback.
Shout out Payback. She
I feel like I say shout out Payback in literally every interview.
Right. She introduced me to Native Beats, who's my mentor.
Okay.
And taught me like the basics to recording, production, all that.
So that was how you got into it, through Native Beats?
Yeah. We were already starting it, but we were lost. It was like we were literally like just put in the maze and figured it out type shit. But Native really gave us that leeway and showed us the path.
How did Payback meet Native?
They're friends and family.
Okay. And then she introduced him to you?
Yes, yeah.
And then did he put you on with recording, or did he put you on with production, or both?
Man, that's why I love that guy. He's my mentor.
Just
it
everything.
Doesn't matter, everything.
Yeah.
I was a little Easter egg. Pop the clip. If you guys pop the clip.
Pop the clip.
Pop the clip. There's like a song called out. It's called Vacation. Don't play the audio. But I was in a music video and I wrote a verse before I even learned how to do all this shit.
Yeah.
Just because he forced me. It was that push that I needed.
Whoa, okay, so you were like friends with him, but you weren't like making music under him at that time. Like,
nah, it was just
not
like,
under's not the right word, but working with him.
Yeah, he kind of just like pushed me. He was like, hop on this track. We're finna record a music video with BTC visuals. And then we did that, and I was just like, oh shit, like getting thrown into the deep end and really learning how to tread that water. You know what I'm saying?
I was just talking about this the other night with somebody. It's like, I feel like, or this was last night. I'm trying to remember the exact context it was in. I think we were talking about college, right? I think like, and just like in general, we're talking about how like college like often sets up kids with like a bad transition to the real world.
Right.
But the analogy we were using was like the same thing you said. It's like when you almost have to be like thrown into the deep end and learn how to swim. It's like the best way to learn how to swim is being thrown into the pool and like forcing yourself to learn how to swim. Like there's a little bit of it kind of lights a fire on you.
Yeah, for sure. Like if he didn't do that for me, I wouldn't have learned that this shit is serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if he just taught me like how most people get into like this music stuff, where it's like, oh yeah, you just gotta do this, practice on your own type shit. Like, you know, just get it together.
But you were making music before that, right? Or no?
I was testing. I was like,
what do you mean?
I was on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like doing like acoustic covers and shit.
That's interesting. So your first like leeway into making music and putting stuff out was through TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, yeah.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an interesting thing too to me. It's like it's cool to catch you. I'm excited for this conversation. It's cool to catch you like at this time because right now you're really transitioning. I feel like from what you were talking about from like almost like a producer, engineer behind the scenes to kind of putting out your own stuff as an artist and kind of being in that transition. Has that felt weird at all? I know you said like you're more used to being behind the scenes. Have you had to get more used to, you know, being in front of the camera, more the limelight, being the artist?
Yeah, kind of. It is a big transition because, you know, I'm used to even like when the Kid Lords used to throw shows and stuff, I wouldn't even like, if they asked for like a Kid Lords picture, I wouldn't get in. You know what I'm saying? Because like, they didn't make me feel that way though. Don't get it twisted. Like it wasn't the way that they made me feel. It was more like, you know, I'm cool with this. I'm cool being here. But I know that it comes with being an artist to be in that limelight, to show your face, put a face behind that business that you're trying to put out there. That's interesting.
So why then did you not want to like get in those pictures and stuff? Did you?
As an engineer?
Yeah.
It was kind of just like, I don't know. It was just like I didn't really have a face to myself at that point.
See,
as an engineer or producer.
In a weird way, I totally relate to you and understand what you mean because I always felt like I never wanted Above the Bridge to like be about Dante, and I was very careful. Like over the past 4 years, like when this thing has transitioned from something that was like an Instagram account to what it is now, I've never wanted it to be about Dante. Like I've always wanted it to be about the music. So it's like I was really hesitant to even do interviews because I never wanted like my face to like mean anything behind this, and I still don't. But I also realized like there's a way to do both, you know what I mean? Like there's a way to still have it be catered about the music and then have, you know, me be a part of that like facially.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I feel like it's kind of tricky.
It's hard.
It's a tricky question because like there is that saying you need a face behind the business so people can feel you on a different level, right? But at the same time, like you want this message to come out more than just you as a person. But I think there's like a fine line balance between all of that.
I think you're right, but I also think it's really important because like what we were talking about earlier, like we were talking about like just, you know, how we're throwing shows and stuff, and it's like I think it's really important to have like a storyline behind whatever you're doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you have to give people a reason to be invested in whatever you're doing. And
that's true.
And it's from a business standpoint, I feel like, and as a musician, you are a business. You like yourself, you are a business. So it's like from a music standpoint, I feel like you have to give people like a reason to believe in you.
Yes, for sure.
Or like, you know, what we're doing as like a media company, you got to give people like a reason to believe in the vision. You got to build a community around it. You can't just be an absent mission. You have to like give as much as you request. You know what I mean? If you want somebody to buy something, you want to buy a merch or a ticket or whatever, you have to give them a lot. Like you got to give them a bunch of free interviews, and whatever they get from the interviews, you know, that's different to every other person. But it's like you have to give as much as you want or request.
Yeah, and I feel like with that, it's like I have like it begs the question like, why is Genius such a big company?
Exactly.
What is the background behind it? It kind of gets lost in it though. You know what I'm saying? Like we just know Genius for being Genius. Yeah. But what is like the background of Genius? Like what is the history behind it?
Well, that's super interesting actually, because I feel like they're a good example of this. Because like like Genius doesn't ask for a lot.
Right.
And it's almost like they don't really ask. Actually, they're really good about this. They don't really ask for anything.
Exactly.
Like there's no like I could be wrong about this, but I don't think there's like Genius merch or like anything like that. Like they must just make all their revenue from like YouTube ads. But that's really weird.
Very
like
confusing.
Where does Genius make their money?
Right. That's in the business aspect. I mean, it's got to be like the art. Some artists might pay to get in there, you know, like artist labels or some shit, just because of the bracket they're in right now.
Yeah, but like I almost wonder like how sustainable is that?
Is that exactly? But they must have like different deals going on.
They must, but I'm just curious what they are. Cause
Genius has so many branches too.
Yeah.
It's not only the interviews or the lyric breakdowns or like they have live performances, right?
They do. Oh, that's right. No, yeah, I forgot about all that. There's the open mics they do. Yeah. So those are really cool.
Those are fire.
Yeah. I like the YNW Melly one because he really sings on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit, this dude can sing. You forget.
That was with the orchestra, right? Or no.
No, that's Audio Tree.
That's Audio Tree.
Or no, there's two of them. There's Audio Tree and there's Audio. What's the other one? There's two of them. Well, okay, so one of them does the orchestra, and then one does Audio Tree does the live sessions.
Okay, yeah.
But there's I know the orchestra you're talking about. That you're talking about.
That shit crazy.
Because I watched the Roddy Ricch one of that. Like,
that one was
once a week. Yeah, bro. When he does balling, it's like whoa. The full orchestral backing.
Yeah, and I always wondered like the engineering behind that, like live engineering. Mm-hmm. That must be crazy to deal with.
Would you ever get into live engineering?
Oh hell yeah.
That'd be that.
Of course,
that's
no
a
doubt
whole new art.
That's a whole new art, but I feel like it's all one and the same.
You think so?
Because as engineering has it has a science behind it. So once you kind of figure out that science, you can like pinpoint and break down. Obviously, it's not gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
The first time that I would try to do it, but it definitely I would have like some type of back end to learn how to do it, you know. And like I think I'll get into it for sure.
I think like engineering is like one of the most consistent things that people go to school music wise for. Yeah. Like I feel like when I talk to engineers, like they've gone to school for engineering more often than like an artist has gone to school for like theory or songwriting or something.
But I mean, like sometimes like that is true. But I also want to throw out there. Yeah. You don't need to go to school for engineering.
No, definitely not.
Everything is free online, man.
So how did you, in terms of like recording and engineering, how did you get started learning? Like, so I know you mentioned Native Beats.
Yes.
So did he just kind of take you under his wing and teach you everything? Or was there like...
he taught me about most of the basics. Obviously, like with engineering, it does come with like everyone has a different, what's it called?
Like process?
Yes, the workflow. Because everyone does it differently. There's no wrong way. There is a wrong way of doing it, but if you do it right, there's no correct set way. You know, like people use different plugins. Like I use Waves, I use Isotope, and I use SSL, right? So some other people might use something different shit. But with that, he kind of just took me under his wing, and then after that, he taught me the basics of it all, and then I kind of just went kind of separated. You know, and then started working with Kid Lords more, perfecting our craft together, doing the production, and then trying to balance the production with recording them as practice and also putting their craft out to the world, and then just YouTube, and TikTok. I love TikTok because it's like a think tank. They give you like the short version of what that 40-minute YouTube video is. Yeah,
let's like dive in on that a little bit because that's interesting to me about the way you use TikTok. Because it's actually weird to me that you mentioned you've only really been doing music for 2 years now, 3 years.
Yeah, I started like 2020.
So that's interesting to me because like I mentioned this to you earlier, but I feel like you understand like how to market yourself as an artist better than a lot do. I think that's because that might even be a product of like you starting music like during the time of like. TikTok and everything because you're not absent-minded to it. And I think the two main things that I think you get right that a lot of people don't, and I feel like people don't even understand this, is like I think two of the most, I don't want to say underutilized because I think they're not underutilized at all, but I feel like people are in denial that TikTok and editorial playlists kind of run the industry right now.
They really do, man.
And I think you utilize both of those things in a way that I feel like most people don't. And it's interesting to me because people who do usually have management and you don't. So I guess I'd ask you, only being in the music industry for like 2-3 years, how did you begin to like learn about all those things, specifically the editorial playlist, because the TikTok thing. I mean, everybody everybody who's not blind to it obviously knows that that's how you blow up now. But like, how did you kind of start entering those two worlds of marketing and start to understand them?
So it's kind of just like talking to people, really talking to people. And I think the important thing, shout out Jubo.
Shout out Jubo.
Jason from Jubo has told me like and Averill from Jubo, Big Ave Get Paid. They told me like you're a student of the game, man. Yeah. You're a student of the game, which is very important, which it basically means like you're down to learn, you're open-minded, which I feel like a lot of people need to be. I feel like, especially in the music industry, is so egotistical. Yeah. Like people just love to say like, nah, I'm gonna blow up, man. I'm gonna blow up. It don't matter. Like, I know like it's gonna be fire.
It's arrogant. It's fantasy.
Exactly. Yeah. Like people have such a mindset to them where it's like, just put some humility, man.
Yeah.
Put some humility and just like say like, I need this help. I need to hit a playlist. But in terms of what the question you're asking me is like, I kind of just learned it through being with the people I'm around. Yeah, like Jubo, like he's helped me support my whole career. You know, like he's always like pushed me. Not like he doesn't have any plugs with music or anything, but he's pushed me all the way. And like learning from them, because they're a brand too. You know what I'm saying? They're a business. Learning from them, they kind of just taught me like, this is what you need to do, and you need to be a go-getter. So I did my research on my own to like see what playlist company I should go through and like all that. And like
Mateo is literally in the mirror lifting right now.
He's lifting weight. Hey, that boy pushing. Hey, he's pushing weight.
Come on,
camera pan to that, bro?
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, we need a clip of that.
Little camera pan right now. Stop fucking with my boy.
Hey, you looking big, bro.
You looking nice.
Big, bro.
All right.
What was I saying?
So you said Jubo.
Oh yeah. So damn. Wait, hold on. I lost track.
Sorry.
Wait.
You're talking about being a student of the game in Jubo and telling you that you learn and everything.
Oh yeah. So I just basically did the research on my own, and I just didn't ignore the people that said it. They're like, take advantage of playlisting. Take advantage of pushing content out. Put a personality behind you, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I've just been doing that ever since, and it's been working out.
I think what you just said that's really valuable is like, these are all things that like everybody can learn, but I feel like what you just said, like so many people are so like what would that word be? Is the opposite of humility?
Egotistical.
I guess egotistical, but just not open to it. Like they think they know everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But it's open to learn, man.
Yeah. It's like these things aren't secrets. You know, these things aren't like these are tools that are out there that you can take advantage of.
Yeah.
What separates the people that take advantage of them and those who don't is the ones that are egotistical think they don't need them.
Yes.
And it's like it's fantasy. It's unreal. Like that's not that you can't just. It's so rare to blow up without using the tools that everybody uses to blow up.
I feel like that's the thing though. Like it also comes with work ethic, right?
For sure, yeah.
If you don't have that work ethic and you just want to say, "Oh, what the hell, fly?" but you just want to say, I'm gonna blow up and I'm just gonna wait for that. You gotta put in the work.
Yeah.
Stop saying that.
And like stop it. And like we're not saying don't believe in yourself.
No, that's not what we're saying
at all. Like believe in yourself, but believe in yourself and believe in the tools that are gonna help you.
Yes, exactly. If you really believe in yourself, you believe you could get into these, bro. So I got into New Music Friday, Philippines, right? Which is an editorial playlist for Spotify, and that thing has 600,000 followers under there.
Yeah.
You know how much help that gave me, bro? They gave me a boost of like 2,000 streams in a day.
You said crazy. New Music Friday Philippines?
Yeah, so they have
I didn't know that. They separated. Oh, fuck that fly. I just killed it. I know I did. I missed it.
But what's it called? So Philippines, they separated because when you... Okay, I'm going to give game real quick. If that's cool.
Yes, please.
Give game to like the people that don't know. Always release your music at least 14 days. Before, like submit it 14 days before. And then once you submit it, you're gonna have this under your app, your Spotify artist app. You're gonna have this section called "Pitch Your Song." So when you pitch your song, it's gonna ask you a lot of info. What's your name? What's the credits on there? Give you a short summary of yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm not born here in America, right? I was born in the Philippines and I moved here when I was 11. So I always make sure to mention that because I feel like that's like
It's unique.
It's unique, and like it makes me stand out from other people, right? So I mentioned that, and like a blessing in disguise, fucking a week after release, fucking they put me under New Music Friday Philippines.
Wow,
it was crazy. Yeah.
So, and that's also a message to people who do that shit and then think they're like, oh, nobody reads this. No, but people they read that. Like
they check in.
There's a reason it's there.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how you got on that. You got on that playlist. You think? Because
Yes,
I noticed too, like this was weird to me. I noticed like, so, you know, you go on Spotify, you can like look at like, you know, discovered on, and there's all like the playlists and shit. There were also a lot of like playlists that people made that you were on. So I imagine it's almost like a downstream scenario, right? Like,
actually, I do my marketing through that too. I hop on TikTok lives, and there's these competitions that they host. Submit your song to this email. There's like usually $1 buy-in. Winner gets $100. Or if you're good enough, they usually put you on a playlist with a lot of followers because they're already influencing.
Oh, okay.
So then once they hear my track, I have confidence in myself, you know. This is the thing. I'm investing in myself, but I also have confidence, right?
Yeah.
I submitted my song, and they're like, oh, I'll put you on my playlist. You're a runner-up, but if you don't win, you're still going to be on playlist. So I have all these like little pockets of playlists that like have like maybe like some have 2,000 followers. Some
like
have
those
100.
matter. Those matter a lot.
Those matter. Like I always keep track of numbers when it comes to my streams, and I went from the first day of release, I went from 20 playlists to the next week like 30 playlists, and then the week after that, because that's the New Music Friday.
Yeah. I
went to like 100, and then I think I'm like at 300 playlists right now or something like that.
Wow, dude!
Just for one track. So
the only editorial placement you got was that one, though.
Yeah, but those are like
helped you that
those
much.
numbers also have like personal playlists.
Yeah,
and then like people that like make their money off of making playlists and shit.
But that shows you like that's how much that one Spotify editorial playlist helped you.
Yeah.
But that's so smart though, the TikTok thing. That's that's really interesting to me.
You gotta utilize it because you know what, TikTok is a platform where like a lot of people, especially like being from South Bay, they're like, you know, we want to keep it real, we want to keep it G, you feel me? But like they always market it as corny and this and that. But if you want to help yourself as an artist, as a person, put a personality, TikTok is the only platform you could spend 10 seconds on a video making and have 300,000 people see it in a day.
The only platform.
The only platform. You can't do it on Instagram, you can't do it on YouTube. Like that, they have a market for a For You page for that.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's like literally the For You page is like that's what it's for.
Exactly, and it's like the amount, like let's say the only, like right now I have 50K. Where's that fly at?
It's fucking me right now. Yeah, it's getting dropped eventually here.
But what's it called? The only way that my song Heart to Heart blew up, I spent 2 minutes editing a video of me sitting in a chair in my house, and it's like you could pop the clip in, and it's just like,
right here.
Yep, and then it's just like a zoom in type of effect, and it's just me going Filipina shawty, but everyone thinks she blazing that shit, and I
saw this video,
yeah, bro, 300,000 fucking views, man.
Yeah, I
spent how many? The ROI
is ridiculous.
The return of investment was crazy. Yeah, and then now we're at 50,000 streams plus. And like
that's all
I have
takes.
3 songs out, you know what I'm
saying? It's corny.
It's corny, but like, man, look at me, it's working, man.
It's corny.
Yeah.
See, okay, let me ask you this. So the TikTok thing makes sense. Like everybody knows about this. People just don't want to do it. Yeah. So that's how you knew about that. You talked about the Spotify editorial. That's how you got on that. Yeah. Let me ask you. So the thing where you go in the TikTok live streams.
Yes.
Where'd you learn that? And then also, where did you learn about like the survey? Did you just do it?
What survey?
The survey after you submitted your song for the editorial playlist when you pitched it.
Oh, yeah. I just seen that like people have told me about editorial, so I was aware of it. Yeah. Like it was in the presence of my mind. But actually seeing it and like there's a button there, like, you know, like if you really care about your career, you'll click on everything that helps you. And I seen that, I was like, pitch your song. I was like, pitch it. And I tried it for Heart to Heart, didn't get nowhere, but it did get into Discover Weekly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is like, that's like low-key like a big thing.
That's a big thing for sure.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I got like a couple of plays off of that.
I listen to my Discover Weekly every single week.
Exactly, right? Yeah. So like, and that's like a general Spotify playlist. Mm-hmm. So imagine the amount of people you're connecting with.
What's interesting too about that is like people don't understand, and this is some more game I feel like, that there's, in the same way that there's a TikTok algorithm and a YouTube algorithm, there's a Spotify algorithm. And you need to get your music in the Spotify algorithm if you want to get pitched automatically to things like Discover Weekly or like
Yes.
these fresh finds playlists, for
Yes.
example, where like, for example, like if you didn't pitch that, like if you didn't pitch it manually, but you were in the algorithm, it could have just
got into exactly. And it's very important to utilize your tools. Like Spotify is such a good platform for artists too, because like
except pay.
Except pay.
They get their work together.
We got to talk about
we'll talk
the
about
pay about that, because I just figured out something while I was running numbers the other day.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Finish your thought and then go into that.
So Spotify. Think about Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
You can't pitch your songs to Apple Music playlists. They have editors to choose that. They don't have no one to, you know what I'm saying? Unless you have a plug in there, like if you're labeled back or something. But like Spotify, you could do everything yourself. Mm-hmm. You can make your own bio. You can verify yourself as an artist. You could upload your own pictures. You know, like it's perfect. It's beautiful. And then you can make your own playlist too that you can showcase to other people, which is crazy.
What do you realize when you were running numbers?
Oh yeah, so I was running numbers the other day, and I was just like looking at. I was curious for food for thought of like how much I would have to make if I just wanted to make money off streams. How many streams I have to make?
This is going to be a ridiculous number of streams.
$2 million on the U.S. average pay is 0.0039 cents, and I think it's about $6,000 a month for 2 million streams. So you have to average 2 million streams a month.
That's highway robbery.
That's highway robbery.
So that's like, I wonder what percent of people who have music on Spotify
Are
average $2 million streams.
Probably like
or 2 million monthly streams.
Blast right now has 24 million monthly listeners.
Blast does?
Yeah.
I didn't know Blast was that big.
Yeah, he's pretty big. It's crazy. Yeah, but he has that, and then, but yeah, I was running numbers anyway, and I was looking at there's this like excruciating details, so I just clicked on that, and I was looking at my own streams. I wasn't looking at any of the splits I had or anything like revenue splits, but I was looking at it and I counted the numbers, and America pays about 0.0039 cents per stream, but places like France pay 0.0051. So if you
but hold up. So what does that have to do with America versus France? Because isn't it Spotify? And
what I'm saying is if you, let's say this is a whole new level of game I haven't even tapped into yet.
Yeah.
But this is going to be like, it might change some people's perspective. Let's say the highest one I've seen so far is Denmark. Denmark pays about 0.007.
Oh.
So
that's like a cent per like every two streams.
Every one stream.
Every one stream, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So then, like, if you market your song to Denmark, let's say you get 40,000 streams in America, 0.0039, right? Mm-hmm. That's about $150, maybe, right? And then if you pitch it to France at 0.005 for 40,000 streams, and you get 40,000 streams just from France, that's like $200. That's a $50 difference on 0.002 cents of a difference. So imagine if you pinpoint places and countries to market your music and get into playlist companies over there. Imagine like it's a whole different money game.
And that begs the question. I wonder in Denmark how different that 2 million monthly listeners number is.
That is true.
I wonder what you have to average monthly in Denmark to make a living off your streams.
Right. It might be like less than $1 million.
Wow, that's such a big difference.
I
feel like I'm missing details here though. So why? So Spotify pays differently per stream depending on your region.
Yeah.
Why?
I figured that out.
Why?
I don't know. I just figured that out literally like 2 days ago.
Is it the value of like the dollar?
It might be. I don't know. Maybe it's like the way their economy or some shit like that. I don't know. Like I just started noticing it. Yeah,
that's really weird.
I was like, I could send a picture. I'll send a picture.
Yeah, send
to
it.
you.
We'll put it on the screen,
and then you guys can show the 2 highlights of it. And like it's really crazy to think about that.
That's absolutely bizarre.
So the bad thing is, right? Well, it's not bad. I do music for me, but we're talking numbers right now. Just to talk about numbers.
Yeah.
But I've been marketing to the Philippines a lot. Like I've been
makes sense. Yeah.
Filipino companies that do like playlists and shit, and been pitching my music to them, and the Philippines pays 0.0004 cents per stream.
So that's like significantly less than even America, right? No, that's more.
That's less.
Oh, what did you say America pays?
0.0039.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They pay 0.00004.
That's
so if you
terrible.
make 40,000 streams in America, that's about $150.
Mm-hmm.
If you make 40,000 streams in the Philippines, that's about $1.40 or some shit. It's crazy. My math this whole time might be off, but these are averaging around that.
What?
Yes, bro. It's crazy as hell.
Why though? Like, I don't know. What? Why is that? Like that?
I might be talking a bunch of bullshit, and I'm just not understanding numbers. But to my logical mind and how I saw those numbers, that's how. That's
so weird.
Yes, bro. It's crazy.
But I'd be interested in this. What does Sweden pay? Because Spotify's a Swedish company.
You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up.
I can pull it up.
Because that, imagine how fucked up that would be if like Sweden pays like a significantly higher like amount.
Yeah, that'd be crazy as hell.
Because it's a Swedish company.
Yeah. Okay. If I go to my bank, right?
I mean that would make sense, right? That would make sense, like for them to market their company towards Sweden more. Wait, yeah. Would it?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Just because you're a house, a home thing doesn't mean that you're gonna make the most money.
Yeah.
So look here, I can show you right here. The U.S. one stream in China. You see that 0.007. That's actually pretty high for China. But the U.S. Let me find one stream. One stream from
what's the $1
India? From India is 0.00005.
Holy shit!
Isn't that crazy?
Now find Sweden.
Oh yeah, let me find. I don't know. Is SW, huh?
SW. I think it's SW.
So the only thing is we're relying that Sweden hopefully listens to my music.
Well, so there's gonna be one person in Sweden listening to have.
Oh God! See here in France. Oh shit! Never mind. Netherlands is high, man.
Scandinavian countries got everything right.
0.01.
Whoa! So that's like a cent every 2 streams.
Yeah.
0.01. Yeah.
So if I had 40,000 streams, 0.015. Oh, just $600 compared to the 150.
In France, you said?
In
Sweden.
New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand.
NL.
Yeah.
That's gotta be New Zealand, right? NL, right?
NL or Netherlands.
Yeah. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was just cutting out the numbers just out of curiosity, but that's crazy, right?
I'm fascinated that it's different.
Me too.
This is so interesting. It's like a different
money game, you know?
Yeah, this is so interesting to me. Yeah. Because this is the kind of shit that like people get paid to do, what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, let me ask you this, because like this would be interesting to me. Would you because this is actually crazy, because I've had these conversations with managers, right?
Right.
And like I said, like I've had a lot of I'm around all of you every single day. I'm around musicians and people in the industry, and I've talked to a lot of managers about this same exact thing. I feel like you understand it far better than most of them. So I ask, would you ever pursue management? Because I don't think you should. No. Because I don't see any need for you to do that.
If anything, it's kind of funny because like,
would you ever manage artists?
I'm looking for management. I'm looking for management more than anything, but nah, I don't think so. Maybe if I hit a good streak, you know what I'm saying?
Well, then why do you think you need management?
Right now, because it's just so much work.
Yeah.
I'm doing I'm engineering people. Yeah. I'm pushing my own music.
I guess there's more to management than marketing.
Yeah.
I guess I would just think about the marketing.
Yeah, but marketing those are
like a marketing manager.
Yeah, it was. I think I just need one, just because it's like so much in my mind. That,
it's hard to get it all out.
It's like pushing me thin, man.
There's courses on this shit though, bro. Like you can literally take courses about these things that I feel like you're digging up and just discovering.
Yeah, I think you just gotta think logically. Mm-hmm. Especially like even the engineering, like the workflow of engineering. Once you get the basic science to it, because there really is a science, you understand everything.
You said with engineering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like vocal engineering, mixing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really just science. So I feel like with this finance thing, I don't know, I might be just talking a load of bullshit. I'm not gonna lie, but it's to me it feels logical. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta think about it.
I think it's definitely logical, but it's almost like the TikTok thing, like you said, it's right there in front of your face, but people deny it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like people don't these things are here. Like anybody can learn about these things. Anybody can look this stuff up. It's a matter of effort.
Yeah, and I feel like having conversations with a lot of people and learning from them, not just being egotistical. I'm way better than this guy. Yeah, learning from anyone. You could be your peers, people, quote unquote above you, quote unquote under you. You know what I'm saying? Just learning through them. You could learn so much shit. I was talking to someone, and they opened my mind up to, if you want to start doing shows, man, why don't you just open up for a tour?
Oh my God, I tell people this all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
That opened my mind to a whole new perspective of where do I go to?
Dude, the show thing, since we started throwing shows, the amount of people that have like reached out to me and like, oh, how do you do this? And you know, I'm not a dick. Like I tell everybody exactly how I did this.
Right.
There's no reason to gatekeep it.
Right.
But it's also like
not gatekeepers.
Yeah, no, fuck gatekeepers. But
fuck them.
But it's also like, dude, like it's another one of those things where it's like, it really is. It's like. It's so much less complicated than what you would think. Like I feel like when I had never done it, I assumed there were like so many steps to do for this to happen. I was like, this is such like a large and like coordinated thing. Every concert must be incredibly coordinated. But it's like, think about this, right? Like these venues, like you said, think about it logically. Like these venues, they throw shows every single damn near every single venue throws shows every single week from Tuesday to Sunday because that's how they keep their lights on.
Right.
They don't have the time to look for a bunch of different artists around them every single day, every single week. So if a promoter pitches them a bill that has any kind of pull, they will more than likely book your show, especially if you have something to prove. So like when we come to them with a media company, it's they need acts. Like they need this. Like you are as important to them as they are to you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
You're building off each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think like going off of that is like people are scared to put their foot in the door, man.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
People are so scared to put a foot like this engineering thing. I try like with the Kid Lords, right? I've tried to give them like, come on, engineer some shit. like just test it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not that hard. You just gotta put the work in and be open-minded to it. Stop telling yourself, man, this is too hard, man, I can't do this.
Just stick with it. Like you'll figure it out.
You're a go-getter.
Yeah.
You gotta be a go-getter for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like what you said about engineering, like, you know, once you learn the workflow, it's just like a lot of repetition.
Yep.
I feel like that same like ethos almost applies to like the show thing.
Yes.
Like more than anything, booking a show is a series of sending emails.
Yeah.
That's like what it is.
Right.
And that is like not rocket science.
Yeah.
And people, but like you said, like when you're on the outside, when you don't have your foot in the door, like what you just said, it seems so much more intimidating.
Right.
You kind of just have to throw yourself into shit, honestly.
I mean, to be honest though, like I did start like that too.
Oh,
like,
me too.
We all started somewhere.
For sure.
I was scared as hell to like start, you know what I'm saying? Put my foot in the door. But once you get it in there, you can't stop working.
Yeah.
Like you're in this, you're stuck in this roller coaster.
It's a wormhole.
I was always working. Like right now, like I'm in this like weird ass like I gotta engineer people, I gotta produce people, I gotta make my own shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I don't do all of those and I'm missing an aspect of that, I feel like I'm lost. It's on.
Do you ever struggle with like balancing those things?
Hell yeah, all the time.
Because I feel like
All the time.
there's a lot, because not only are you engineering and producing for other people, you're engineering and producing for yourself. So it's like the worlds collide there, and then it's like now you're engineering in a studio as like a, you know, for obviously you love it, but also like as a job.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all these worlds are kind of colliding. Like how do you balance those? Like do you wake up every day and you're like, hey, I'm gonna work on my own music, or do you like, oh, I have a session, or like how's that kind of work?
I've been trying to keep a more I don't want to lie, so I think about it. I would say before, when I first started, it was definitely more of like a wake up and what am I going to do today?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But with now, it's more like I put a schedule out.
Yeah.
Like I posted on my story yesterday because I have to also fund some shit, you know?
Oh, of course, yeah.
I have a music video coming out, Cold Nights featuring Ray Bruno. But
Cold Nights.
Yep. And then that's shout out All of No Love.
No Love.
Shout out San Jose Creatives.
Shout out San Jose Creatives.
Shout out Bay Area Creatives.
Oh gosh.
Shout out the whole world. Anyway.
Everything.
But yeah, so I have to make funding for that. So I gotta book people.
Of course.
So I posted my story Monday to Friday. Hit me. I got work. I'm open to work. And yeah, basically that. And like just balancing everything is more like, what's your sanity like level? You know what I'm saying? Because like I know a lot of people that could do the same shit that I'm doing and go lost, and I know a lot of people that could go do the same shit that I'm doing and be like way more easy with it. You know, but I feel like once you kind of bend your mind into thinking there's always time for something.
Yeah.
There's always time. You know, there's 24 hours in the day. It does not take like fucking 50 hours to do one thing.
People act like it does though.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot easier to act like it does than actually go do something.
Right. Except when you're actually doing it. Because last night I slept at like 5 a.m. I took a couple breaks in between. But like fucking just working, you know, making beats. And then when I'm tired of making beats, I have another creative outlet, engineer some of my own shit.
So that's like how you'll balance it. Like if you just, you know, you're at your computer working, whatever. You're in the booth or whatever. You're just bouncing back and forth. Like you're like, if I have an inspiration to make a beat, I'm gonna make a beat. If I want to, you know, engineer some shit, like if I want to go record myself, do some vocal takes, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's basically that. Just like putting my creative outlet anywhere. And I think the only thing that's the hardest to balance is working with people.
Yeah.
I apologize in advance, whoever's listening to this, but I know I don't get to you exactly on time. But I try to get in like a 24-hour date.
Same for me. I'm really bad about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's really hard with other people because I don't know my schedule yet.
Yeah.
I can't give you a full answer. Like my go-to right now has been, I'm waiting for so-and-so to tell me a date, and then I tell them I'm waiting for so-and-so to tell me a date. Yeah, and then when someone finally shoots me a date that I know is solid, and it's like, because I work with a lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, some people flake like a motherfucker.
Of course, yeah.
Stop doing that shit. But like I'll give them the last option just because that's the reputation you gave me, right? That's the reputation you gave me, so I'm not gonna talk to you, like give you priority. I'm working with the people that like I know for sure. They say give me Wednesday. Give me Wednesday, 3 p.m. I'm gonna pull up for 2 hours. I'm like, all right, bet. I got that now.
I'll be there, yeah.
Yeah, now I got them. Now like even setting this up, I hit up Coterie, L. James, Ant.
There's a lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
And then after this, I have to fucking record tomorrow with people and then make some money off that. And then Saturday, I got a test shoot for a music video, and I need to get those last 2 days for funding for that deposit, and like it's just a whole bunch of stuff. I'm waiting for the day that I could plan at least a week ahead.
Oh, I relate to that. Let me ask you this too, because I feel like as an engineer, you probably relate to like you and I, as somebody who's trying to run a media company and somebody who's trying to engineer. There's a lot of people you're working with. There's a lot of moving parts in all these things, etc. Because it's based in collaboration.
Yeah.
But do you struggle with like balancing how much you're on your phone? Because I struggle with that a lot.
Like not being on my phone or being on my phone?
Both. Because like what I'm saying is like, you know, like dude, like I don't want to sound arrogant, but I'll wake up to text from 25 different people sometimes, and it is at the end of the day, like it fucking would drive me up the wall if I stared at my phone and like have responded to them all, because by the time I responded to 25, 10 of them responded, and I've got 6 new texts. So it's like it's like purgatory.
Yeah, I feel you.
But so do you struggle with like balancing how much you stare at your phone? Because I fucking do.
I don't know. I'm more like I like to keep my head like cool. I'm just like a whatever happens kind of guy, you know. But like I also like to be organized. Don't get me wrong. It's more like like yes, I'm cool with whatever comes my way, and I know I can either, if it's an obstacle, jump over that obstacle. If it's an opportunity, take the opportunity. But I also like to be like, if it happens, it happens. Like if someone were to like be like, hey, like let's say we canceled this last minute, right? And I was already here. I'd be like, oh, it's cool. You know? Yeah. It's cool. Like I'm not gonna trip about it because I know it's solid and there's gotta be a real backing and reason behind it. Yeah. It's more like you gotta think of that, talking back to logically speaking, think about people's lives. Like, you know, everyone knows a flaker and a motherfucker that just be lying and shit compared to a person that's actually busy and has like a life that like you really, really like gotta take into account. Yeah. Like I've had people like flake on me a bunch of times, but like I be thinking and I be realizing most of my friends have like businesses. Like that's literally my friend group. Like everyone does photography, videography, brands. Made by Rilla, shout out. Exactly. So it's like it's like everyone has a life. Yeah. You know? And then you just got to keep that into account.
That's very understanding of you, because I'll be totally honest with you. I struggle with that sometimes. I struggle with the empathy part of it because like I get too much in my head about like, oh, but this is my time. Like they're wasting my time. But it's like, dude, it happens to everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm working on trying to be more empathetic about it.
I definitely feel that way though, but with the flickers. Yeah. With the flickers for sure, I just be like.
It's hard to not get frustrated, but you gotta, you know, you have to like be. I think your mindset's good with it.
Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah.
How do you balance like music and then like your, life outside of music? Because now, you mentioned like you're working here, so it's cool that like your source of revenue is now going to be through music. So I imagine that helps a little bit. But outside of that, just like family, like working out, whatever, other shit. How do you balance that with music?
It kind of just like really, I don't know.
It's
it
hard.
It just happens. I struggle through it. Like my personal relationships have definitely gone down a lot. Like I have like a lot of close friends I've stopped talking to for sure, just because they're not in this industry, like not in the creative industry, and it's not my fault. It's not their fault. It's more like people need to get shit done,
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of like, especially with like relationships, it's like really hard to. I don't have time. Like I never have time to myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I always have time for other people. That. You know what I'm saying? And like when I do have time for myself, it's like a very cherishable moment, and I think it's getting that one feeling of being by yourself.
Yeah.
And being comfortable being by yourself. Like I love just sitting and listening to a like album on my own.
Yeah.
Biking around the city or some shit. Like I think that keeps me sane. But other than that, I know it's hard. It's crazy, bro. Like I hate thinking about it. Because I usually don't think about it. It just happens.
I get it. But that's probably a better way to go about it.
Yeah.
To be totally honest with you. It's weird. I'm like, the boat that I'm in is like, I feel like I need like an immense amount of structure, but like simultaneously structure kind of scares me.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
I
feel that.
Yeah, like I feel more balanced when I wake up and I know what I need to do or whatever. But like at the same time, like one of the most scary thoughts to me is waking up and doing the same thing every day.
That is true.
You know?
I mean, like I feel that way, but also like I'm in so many little creative departments.
Yeah.
And like I'm having,
it's almost impossible.
Like I have so many like homies and like family more than friends that are in this creative space, but they're branched out to different areas. But I feel like I could touch down on that. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll come with spreading myself too thin, but at the same time, it's more like I could really tap into that. And if I'm just not feeling like engineering today or some shit, God forbid, I don't want to feel like that. But like, yeah, like even making my own music, like it's a personal struggle.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, I want to make more tracks. I want to drop more singles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, damn, I got to make money. What's going to fund that? But I feel like I'm just trusting right now in the path that I'm in. And I think I'm doing okay for now. So hopefully I'm just in the right place.
That's really important. Like trusting yourself and just trusting that like it'll all work out. You're my age, right? You're 20, right?
I'm 21.
You're 21.
Yeah.
So I think it's also too important to like, because this was something, I'm trying to remember who was talking. It was yesterday. I was talking to Don Caprice. He's an engineer in Vallejo. Shout out Don Caprice.
Shout out.
We're talking about this pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
And he said two things that kind of stuck with me. He was all like, it's important to remember where you are in your life and how much future life you have to live. So it's like you said, like I'm 20, you're 21. It's like at the end of the day, like you have to sometimes sit down and like rationalize, like we have a lot of time to get shit done. You know what I mean? Hopefully, God willing. But it's but it's all. And then another thing he said that stuck with me. He was like, we were talking about like how we balance our days, etc. Yeah. He was all like, like I don't have like an exact structure because he's like he does a lot of stuff. But he was like, I wake up every day and I just write down 3 things I want to get done. And I was like, I think that is valuable. I think it's valuable to like days because it's impossible to have an exact structure every single day.
Hell no, yeah.
It's never going to happen. But if you can find one thing you can control, I feel like that can then like almost subliminally bring structure to your day. Like what I've been trying to do is like control the time I go to bed and wake up. And if that's the one thing I can control and keep consistent, then that helps. I've been trying to go to bed between 9 and 10 and wake up between 5 and 6.
Yeah.
And it's like if I can control that brings a bit more control to my day. A feeling of control.
So that's funny that you said that because I feel like the things we're talking about is so minimal to the things that we actually have to control, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The way I find control in my life is keeping my room and studio neat and clean.
I totally get that.
Bro,
yeah.
Like I wake up and I have to make my bed.
Yeah.
Like if I don't, it's gonna be a bad day. I gotta put the pillows away. I gotta organize my clothes, bruh.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure the mic's locked up in the safe. You know what I'm saying? Like everything just gotta everything has to be at peace. So when I have my alone time, it's like right. But I feel like it's very funny because like these are little things that shouldn't matter compared to the things that we do. But we never put super structure on those big things. Yeah. But we have to have that little home. You know
yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. It's almost like a little. It's like you can come back to it. You know, it's like a point of reference.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah, for sure.
You said you lock up all your equipment like that. Well, I guess you have to, right? Because you. So for reference, you now are working here. You're engineering here, but before that, and I mean, still, I think, right? You
I still
your home
work
studio,
out of my
right?
Home studio. So yeah, that's the thing. The reason why I do that is because when I was earlier on into opening, like just come work with me at my home studio. Yeah. I forgot that not everyone is cool. You feel me? Like,
yeah, I need some game here because we're looking at within like a couple months moving like a lot of the ATB team and then like getting a house together and then like setting up an interview studio in the garage. Yes. And that's one thing I've been thinking about a lot. And I do feel like it might be a little bit easier for us than you because I guess at the end of the day you're like, you know, like booking like artists wherever. Yeah. We're working with people.
That was before though.
Yeah. So how do you kind of work with the safety aspect of that?
So the safety, I rely on my personality. I never rub shoulders with no one. You feel me? I'm not finna gas you up, and I'm not finna diss you. I'm finna be completely neutral, bro. Yeah. You wanna come work with me? If you wanna have a cool conversation, we're finna have a cool conversation. If you just wanna be quiet, get your work done,
it's fine too. Yeah.
That's fine too. I ain't finna push boundaries where it could go left or right, or you feel me? Like, yeah. You just gotta rely on yourself, cause like a lot of people are unpredictable. That's what I had to learn out of this. Of course, you feel me? Like, I've had a couple scares and shit before. Like, I got to the point where like now, literally my studio has like a window and I just lock that bitch up. Like, you feel me? And like I keep the safe very far away from where the studio is and shit like that.
So, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. But so the studio it's in your house where you live, right? Yeah. Do you live alone? Do you live with your family?
I live with my mom now.
Okay, so. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's like. See, because I totally.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
It's very scary.
It's hard though. It's a hard line to tote. Yeah. Like, but I fully understand why you do it. As somebody who everything they do involves an hour drive and people you might not know.
Exactly.
So I completely get it.
It's very scary, but I think you know what? I have trust in people. I always think like you can't judge a book by its cover, man.
It's hard to know. I feel you. It's hard.
Some people that be looking nice and soft, bro, like they just look soft as hell, could be the rudest people you ever met. Yeah. And I know that for a fact. But like people that think like we hood or whatever the fuck you want to call us, like those people are like the kindest people I've met too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't judge a book by its cover. It's more like it's that first interaction. Like I've had a couple bad interactions where it's kind of just put me off as like I don't want to work with you. Yeah. And like I don't want to make it personal or nothing like that.
It is what it is.
It
and
is
that's what
it is. Like you just you don't have the same respect for me like I have respect for you, right?
I mean, dude, I totally I totally feel you. I know exactly what you mean. And the hard thing is, or at least I've always found, or not hard, but like I think this is really ironic actually, and you might relate to this. And like what I do, right? Yeah. When I interview musicians, that's like most of my interaction with like other musicians. I mean, but that's other shit too. You know, go to all their shows. Like most of my friends are musicians, so it's just like it's funny, right? Because I interview all different kinds of musicians. Like you know, you do most hip hop stuff, but I interview songwriters. I interview like different producers, different all kinds of people. Right. It's funny. Like I people will always ask me like, oh, have you ever had like bad experiences with like rappers or like hip hop? I'm like, that's the ironic thing. It's never fucking that. It's always like the indie artists or like the singer songwriters. Everybody in hip hop is so much like chiller and like cooler, and I feel like I get more mutual respect, which is strange. But like the world of like singer songwriter, and this isn't to say that I don't, you know, 95% of the people I've ever interacted with in this industry are cool as fuck. Right. But it's like the ones that aren't a lot of the time, or rub me the wrong way, have come from the world of like indie.
Nah, I feel you 100%. Like people stop assuming on others, bro.
Yeah, they have it wrong.
Motherfuckers be fucking, bro. Some people just may be Ooh, yeah. I wish I wasn't 21, bro. Like, shit, you know what I'm saying? But no, yeah, it's really crazy. It's really crazy especially when you're in this business.
Yeah,
with interacting with people, it's really crazy to think about that.
You ever worked with like any bands or anything, like engineering wise or recording, or just hip hop artists?
I don't, just hip hop artists because I don't have my interface doesn't go through like 18.
Okay.
Like I don't have an 18i8 or nothing like that. So I don't have and I don't have the mic equipment. Because you have like the Shure microphones, the skinny ones, to record like the guitars or like the strings and shit. But
would you ever do it?
Hell yeah, if I got the backing.
Cause you play guitar, right?
Yeah, but I'm not like theory type shit.
Okay.
It's more like I know what chords are chords because I research the chords.
Yeah.
And then like I'll just play it. But then like if you tell me like, oh, was it? Because there's different forms of a chord. Right?
Yeah.
Like you play C here and then you could play like a power C. But I wouldn't know what a power C is.
Yeah, or I mean, there's like different shapes that like these shapes sound different depending on where you are in the neck.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of play guitar, but not too crazy.
That's kind of what I say too. I say I'm a drummer and then I can play chords.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Forgive you all of me. I didn't even play the guitar.
Yeah.
I have I recruited a guy that's from my Discord server. That's in my link tree.
Sorry to cut you off, but let's talk about that because that was another thing that's interesting to me because you utilize a lot of stuff. You have a TikTok, you have a YouTube, you have a Discord, you have all these different tools. What do you get out of like one, Discord, and then two, YouTube, and then how would you recommend other artists like utilize those platforms?
I don't even get, if anything, it's more like interacting with people. Like this goes back to the first topic of ego. Yeah. Like I run sessions on my Discord all the time and teach people how to engineer. I just live stream it for them to watch.
And people watch it?
So yeah, some people do. I just like send a message out. I'll be like everyone because I'm like the admin or whatever the fuck. It's the Kid Lords Discord, by the way. Kid Lords.
Shout out Kid Lords.
And what's the name of it? I don't know, I forgot the name. But
send it. We'll put the link right here.
We'll put the link right here.
Yeah.
But what's it called? Yeah. So I just teach people and some people join and then I offer people help if they ever like. I just helped the guy that did my what's it called the guitar for my song "Give You All of Me" out on all platforms.
Out on all platforms.
Anakin kind one, I guess you want to call it. I don't know how to say it, but I helped him with a school project recently. Like I just said.
Oh whoa.
Yeah, so like he's still in high school, so he's a young kid, but he takes college classes. I was just like,
whoa.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah, that's wild.
Smart ass kid. And I was just like, yeah, man, just send me the stems, and then I live streamed it and I engineered all their vocals and stuff. But yeah. I don't get much out of it. I get the interaction and like I like helping people more than anything. That's literally an engineer. Like you literally help people make their dreams come true. Yeah,
it's like the engineer ethos.
Yeah, so it's like it's really good.
Discord's one I've been trying to figure out still. We have a Discord, but I'm not good about. I've been trying to think of creative. We have a Reddit too. Those two things I've been trying to think of creative ways to use them.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't run my Discord like everyone runs their Discord. I kind of just run it how I want to run it.
Yeah,
because like I know people that like I've been added to a lot of Discord servers that are actually purely for interaction of like collabing and shit like that. Like Prod by Infinite, shout out.
Shout out Prod by Infinite.
His Discord server crazy. A lot of fucking goated producers in there, and they always work. Everyone's always working in there. I kind of just like, hey, bro, who wants to watch engineer right now? Who wants a lesson or some shit? Who wants to cook up a beat? Like,
but I guess it doesn't really have to be more complicated than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just gotta be just whatever you want to, what your heart desire is.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, all you want to do is excel your career forward. If these are just like little fun outlets that also help you in a minor sense, then just do them.
So what's the main way you've like marketed your home studio? Like in terms of like getting
private.
people. Oh, just like face-to-face messaging type stuff?
Friends of friends, shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of post on my story sometimes. And then, like, I've had people that want to come from different, like, I had, like, some people ask me from LA, like, oh, yeah, I want to record with you, bruh. I'm just like, the scheduling is just kind of like, I'm not of that caliber yet to schedule.
What do you mean?
Like plan 2 months and ahead.
Oh yeah.
Because they're coming from LA to the Bay just to record me.
Yeah.
And then like I get to see, and then you still have to pay me. I get to see it for like maybe minimum 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then you're back home. You know what I'm saying? And
that
plan 2 months ahead.
It's kind of a lot. Yeah.
But I just by ear.
You do a minimum of 2 hours or maximum? I said
minimum 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Do you have a max?
No, I could keep going. I'm gonna fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had Kid Lord sessions are crazy, man.
Yeah.
From fucking 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. I'll be in there just, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I get super ghost mode.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's like that picture of Young Thug at the with the all the analog equipment in front of it, the meme.
Yeah, dude. There's been so many times I've woken. I haven't turned my back. Like I'm just engineering a track. Let's say we bust out 3 tracks, right? Mm-hmm. I'm engineering all 3, and then I don't know how long I haven't turned on my chair for, but I turn, and everyone's just asleep on my couch, and I'm just like,
oh,
yo, it's dying. Type shit.
Yo,
yeah, it's really crazy. I don't know. I enjoy it, so it's not really work. The only thing is when my ears start hurting, and I need to take care of them.
Because of the headphones, right? Or just
and the speakers.
And the speakers.
Yeah. I try to keep track of like the dB that I put into my headphones.
I need to get better at that. When I'm editing and stuff, that's because that'll fuck you up.
Yeah, on the long run, bro. We need to save our ears.
Yeah,
you want to keep going in this industry? We need to save our ears for sure.
The biggest asset.
Oh God! And like you can't just like put a hearing aid. Now your hearing is like conflicted.
Especially as a drummer. Like I'm really bad about using earplugs too, because that shit's awful for you. Like if you're playing every day and you're not using earplugs, like it's really bad. For
Especially
your
if
ears.
you're like you're playing a show and you're in an enclosed booth, right?
It's really bad for you. Yeah.
I could only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why some people wear the thing, right?
The in-ears,
The in-ears, yeah.
Yeah, the in-ears. I mean, for drumming too, that also really helps with your timing.
Yeah, because you can hear the metronome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like unless you're just like that, and I mean, there's a lot of drummers who are just so used to playing with their band, playing the specific songs, they have the tempos of the songs memorized, so they don't really have to play to a click. But like, I mean, you know, if it's like first time or like you haven't played this song live a lot, it does help play to a click a lot.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I
drummer
actually,
game.
Yeah, I actually forgot that like drummers think that shit. So we talked about it right now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
I was just opening my mind again about like the whole live instrument. I mean, the whole live recording stuff.
Have you played live, like your own music?
Good Lords gave me an opportunity. Love those guys at Eastridge Night Market. Yeah, it was cool. I was nervous. That shit was scary.
You're trying to book more shows?
I'm down. I'm down. I think the only problem is my discography. Who wants to book a 3-song artist?
You'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like 3 songs, and then you throw like a cover in there or something. And like,
yeah,
like,
that'd be cool.
You know what I mean? Like people book small slots. It's not really like venues. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be more like the market stuff that you were talking about.
I think my thing right now is that I'm not pushing for it just because I know it's gonna come.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna come.
That's a good mindset.
I just need to wait for my discography, and when I'm feel like, oh, I could pick and choose for the show. Yeah, like a lot of my like Disheartened for me is a very slow song. I don't want the crowd to die on me on like at the half point. Yeah, but like Heart to Heart, bump. Give You All of Me, bump, and then Cold Nights, bump.
More up tempo, more like exciting. Yeah, not exciting, but you know,
it's up tempo.
More energy.
Yeah, energy. Some people that could like, if you, especially like a blast concert, man, or like people that don't listen to Rod Wave be like, what do Rod Wave like fans do at the concert? I'm like, bro, they're singing that shit lyric for lyric, bro. Yeah, and they're like feeling that shit. That's what I'm saying. That's how they're crying. I want my shit to be, because like I'm not. I love like what the Kid Lords do. It's the energy and the sound of everything is just perfect. But like I'd love people to just scream my lyrics and really feel something out of their own experiences through my lyrics. Artists like Blast and like Rod Wave, are you more influenced by that world of like melodic R&B? Yes, for sure. Like I love Polo G and all that shit. Like it's I love, like, I just feel like it comes natural. That's why, you know, like I never had to try to be melodic. It was just more like just happens. When you write songs, like, do you think melodies are the first things that come to you? Oh yeah, like when you hear a beat. One of my techniques is that, like, let's say I produce a beat, I think of the melody already that I'm gonna sing, so that I can accent it, and then I'll just go like I'll hum it. I'll record the track of me humming, going like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I'll put lyrics into that. That makes sense. So you have the melody first. Yeah. Sometimes it comes both together automatically, and I just rock with it. And I think of it logically. Like Heart to Heart is a simple like four bar pattern. So it goes A B B B B C C C C. Oh no, A B B B B C B C B. and then hook type shit.
And then, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like so it's like
the
rhyme scheme.
Okay.
So it's very like, I just think of it very logically. And I feel like that's what catches people's ears. You know?
Do you map out rhyme schemes? Or do they just come to you after? Like, they come to you naturally and then you figure out what they were after? Or will you like sit down and be like, oh, this is going to be like an A, B, C?
Kind of, it depends on the song, man.
Yeah.
Like your boy's song, Derek, he's like a drive to your door. What's that song, man?
Oh, Soy song?
Honey.
Oh, Honey. Yeah, Lance's song.
Lance, that's his name. I just did
Honey Dropping Friday.
Honey Dropping Friday. Stream that shit. That shit fire as fuck.
Really? You did that?
I did the open verse. Yeah, you want to hear it?
The fuck? Yeah.
I'll play it right now. You can cut this part out. But like,
I'm about to text Lance right now.
Yeah. I don't know. Should I play it for the mic or are you guys gonna super?
Fuck it, play for the mic.
I bet. Let me go on my files. I don't know if it's good. This is my first draft. I was bringing this up because the reason why is because I wrote this without no rhyme scheme like thought, and you can kind of feel it through it. Yeah. But with all my open verses on TikTok, I like to go back to like the whole premise of the song, so you'll hear it.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Supposed to do. Baby, put your trust in me like how I put my trust in you. And if you don't, that's fine.
Ooh.
Cause I'm so tired of surprises. I'm just speeding through traffic just to get to your door. Your soul singing advice and be provide you.
Ooh, you harmonized that.
Cause I say in the beginning, what I want is you. Yeah. I just did that like last night.
so goes full circle.
Yeah, go full circle. I like to do that all the time when I'm like
Honey Dropping Friday.
Honey Dropping Friday, man. That's such a good song. That hook is crazy, bro. Is that the hook or is that the verse?
That's the hook.
And I'm
gonna play the full song after this. Yeah.
It has a feature?
Yeah. Did you know who it is?
Yeah.
They announced it.
Yeah, they did. So can we say it?
Yeah, you say it.
AG Club, man.
On that shit, baby.
That's so crazy, man.
Come on.
Oh, me. Dude, I ran into it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was your homie.
Yeah.
Made by Rilla sent that to me.
That's like my best friend.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm
going to live with him in August.
For real?
Yeah.
Fire, man. Yeah, that guy's hella talented.
Yeah, bro.
Love that guy.
I'll introduce you to him. He's like a fucking massive Kid Lords fan.
For real?
Yeah.
What the hell? Yo, Lance, pull up, man. Let's record something, man. I'll engineer all that shit for free. I'll kill.
Yeah, bro. I love Lance. He's killing it.
He's crazy. I love that song so much.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It gets stuck in your. It's the cat. That hook is so catchy.
That's his first release since 21, right?
Since
or 2020.
Keys. Yeah. So yeah, 21.
21. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
First release this year.
Crazy.
Yeah. I'm pumped for Honey.
Yeah, I was peeping the
I've
discography.
been listening to that song for so fucking long.
Yeah,
like
man.
waiting for it to come out.
It's so good. He's been all over my For You page. I never gave it any attention.
Really?
Because I thought it was a TikTok song. Because it was so good, like
It's kind of everywhere now. Yeah.
harmonically in my ear that I was like, oh, this got to be like a stock TikTok song.
That makes sense.
Like so good that it's like a stock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Rafa, his producer who produced
Rafa.
that song. It's incredible. Like,
Shout out Rafa, man.
Yeah, Rafa, Cyrus, Grant, the whole team that worked on that song.
So
They're
good.
incredibly talented people.
So good.
Yeah, that what was I just gonna say? Oh yeah, so the what's interesting to me about like that song, I do feel like it is kind of like I don't think it was made. It definitely wasn't made for TikTok, but it kind of is like the perfect TikTok formula.
I don't know. I'm just shooting ideas out. This could be a perfect sync placement song.
A what?
Sync placement?
What's that?
Commercials, games.
Oh, yeah.
Like if he, I don't know if he wants to sell the rights for it, but like if he wants to, bro, I could hear that in like commercials, fucking any type of game, bro. That type of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Like that's like a 2K song. That's
you
you
know what I'm saying? Like main menu, bro, it's so good, bro. It's like it fits so well to the ear. I like to say, but yeah, it's a perfect sync placement song.
Yeah, I think the open verse challenge shit is like genius too.
Oh God, I love that thing.
Yeah, open verse is cool. Have you done an open verse challenge for New Year's stuff yet?
No. I said, I announced, I was like, oh, I'm going to do an open verse when I hit 3,000 monthly listeners.
I think Heart to Heart definitely has like enough people listening to it to where like you could do one. Yeah.
But I was like, if I hit 3,000 monthly listeners, I'll drop a open verse to Give You All of Me. Overnight, I hit 500 because I hit the playlist. And I was like, oh fuck, it's not ready. It's too fast. And then, like, I don't have enough marketing for the open verse yet. So I'm trying to find one trend I could do with this song. Yeah. Right now I'm getting the views up. I had this one stupid ass TikTok. The background sound is my song, Give You All of Me. And it's me saying, checking how stupid I look if I punch a bag that's 6 feet. And then I was punching like this Bob doll.
Oh, I saw that, bro. Bro, you didn't look stupid. You low-key had hands. No. You were fucking him up.
Hey, people were gassing me in the
Mario jump. I seen that. Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, man, that shit. I'm pissed because like the time and effort I'd put into these open verses that I do, it's so much time. Those are fun,
bro. I'd be doing those just by myself sometimes in my room.
Yeah,
like,
they're fun.
They're fun, dude.
Yeah, I think I low-key cheat though.
Really?
Because I do record all of them like with my mic, and then I export the file, and then I put it.
That's not cheating.
You think so?
Yeah, how's that cheating?
Some people do it on like their mic like this.
Bro, yeah, but there's nothing that says you have to like do an open verse challenge on like a shitty AirPod
but
mic.
It's like damn.
Nah, that's in the trenches shit.
I put a whole production on that.
Yeah, shit, that's in like in the trenches shit. Yeah, they're fun, bro.
They're fun as hell. I love doing them. I have a whole series. I just want one of them to blow up really good.
It's a really good like. Or I don't know. Wait, now I'm thinking about it. Like, I guess looking through your TikTok, I saw a bunch of those. Yeah,
I have a bunch of them.
They're fun though, bro. There's a lot of like really, really cool marketing that goes through TikTok, dude. Man. Like, there's like, I mean, like I said, like that's like, I mean, we'll go in circles here, but that's like what I said. Like, I feel like you understand that TikTok world better than a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's very like you don't got to think about it too much.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That comes with a lot of stuff that like this industry is in.
Yeah,
you just don't gotta think about it too much.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Kenny Beats, don't overthink shit.
Don't overthink shit.
Yeah. I actually wanted to ask you this because I don't think I knew this. How did you actually meet the Kid Lords?
Went to I didn't talk about that during that part. I just kind of stayed quiet. Me and Menace went to high school together, and then me and Payback went to high school together too. And Zeb, we actually all went to high school together.
You went to high school all
except for O2 Tony.
Okay.
O2 Tony's through Menace, and Menace we had like a little.
I remember this part. Yeah.
Yeah, ski trip to Tahoe, and then we met him there.
He's freestyling, right?
Yeah, bro. And I was just like, what the hell? That boy got talent right there, boy. But yeah, like we just grew up together, and then the music stuff just came naturally. I didn't even know they rap all crazy.
Really?
Yeah, and then it just happened, and I was just like, oh, these guys are fire.
That's kind of beautiful when something like that big and life changing comes like that naturally.
And I love our chemistry, man.
Yeah,
like it
comes across, like you hear it.
Yeah, I hear that a lot too from other people. I fucking love that shit because it's just so. We don't gotta try.
Yeah, we guys are best friends. I mean, like that's how it is. You know what I mean? Like
we're like family, man.
Yeah,
it's really cool. But yeah, that's how we met. Really cool.
That's like how I feel with like me and like the rest of the ATB team. It's like we just work in tandem. Like when me and Mateo were setting up, it's like, you know, like a year ago when we were doing this, it didn't take us 5 minutes to set this up, but it's like we just.
Nah, you guys literally came in here and just went. And I was like, damn, this shit ready, bro.
And we done a lot of these. You're gonna be like. I showed you the number. I was looking at it. It was like
60 what?
68.
68.
Oh,
fire.
That's a good number.
I like 68 right there.
Not 69, 68.
Yeah, no. We can skip over 69. Yeah, put me in 68.
Are you doing music full time at this point? Like,
yeah, I quit my job 2021.
Where did you work?
Construction.
Oh, so you just damn.
Yeah, I was general construction. Yeah. For RSV Fusion.
Did that feel like a turning point, like when you quit your job?
Yeah, I was making a lot of money. I was making a lot of money for my age back then. Yeah. I was like 20, I was 20, and I was working that all throughout high school. I was part time during high school, and then I was working my way up the ranks and shit, and then like slowly towards like 2019 when I graduated, I was more full time because I was like in and out of college and shit. And then I dropped out of college and started working construction, and then I dropped construction after I got my first placement, which was Joyriding by Jay RZA, G Dirty, and J Creep, which is like it's I don't know how to explain it, but you gotta listen to it. That's just fire. That was like my first beat I ever placed with the actual artists.
And then you never looked back?
Never looked back. I just kind of just said, fuck it, I got it. Because I was working construction while I was making that beat pack.
Yeah.
Sent that out during my lunch break because they were in the studio while I was in my lunch. And I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to just quit this week. And then in February 2021, I quit. And I've been doing this shit ever since then.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I mean, I quit my job. I'm going to have to go back and work for sure when I move. But it's like, the day I quit, I kept my clock out slip. And I have it thumbtacked to that bulletin board in my room. And I look at it kind of as like inspiration. Like,
yes,
I wish that was going to be like the last time I ever, it's not, but I wish that was going to be the last time I ever clocked out of a job. And I know eventually I will get a clock out slip where I no longer have to ever clock in.
Eventually, you the one that's going to be telling people to clock out, man.
Yeah. That's like, dude, that's a really weird thing to hear because like as somebody who I guess quote unquote wants to like run a business, I really struggle with candor. It's not, I would almost sense, I feel like you'd be the same way. I struggle with candor. I struggle with telling people no. Yeah. I struggle with being like firm about shit. That's not me. Like I want to be everybody's friend. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to like be like no, or like you do this, you do that. Right. Even if I feel like even if I was paying people, it'd be difficult.
But you see, when we're thinking about it though, you're gonna have people that are specialized in their job.
Yeah,
it's not just like
true.
They're not just like people that are like I picked up off like the street. And like go do this shit.
Yeah,
they're gonna know what their job is. You just gotta tell them that's not how we do it over here or some shit like that. But other than that, I think you'd be cooling. With your candor, it's gonna be cool.
It's just I don't know. It's difficult. You know what I mean? Like it's hard,
especially that we're not there yet. That we're like looking from an outside perspective.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's one of them things. Like you know what I'm saying? We just haven't put our foot in. But when we do, it might just come out naturally.
Yeah, I think there's a right and a wrong way to do it.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because you could very well be doing the same thing one day when you run your own studio.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be. I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I mean, I've had it in my head, but I'm scared to think about it.
Do you think in the long term, like in terms of goals and stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course I do. I have a lot of goals I want to accomplish, definitely, and I do want to open up a studio one day.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, I mean, I want to do flip records, and it'd be crazy.
Flip records, I like that. So the dro comes from Isandro. Where's the flip come from?
So flip is kind of a funny story because flip is actually a derogatory term for Filipinos.
Flip?
Yeah, flip. That's what.
Maybe I should censor that. Maybe I shouldn't be saying it.
No. It's drawn out though.
It's like Fredo.
It's dead.
It's like there's such a running. There is a running joke with like me and like all my friends like you fucking Fredo.
It feels offensive, but it's
it's like an Italian racial slur or some shit. As if like Well, I mean Italians like there were times where like Italians were like. Taking advantage of, but not America.
I feel like so flip comes from when U.S. soldiers were in We're in the Philippines to rescue us from the Japanese, right? And they used to call us flips, which stands for fucking little island people. Yeah,
fucking little. Oh my god,
it's a derogatory term, but like I try to take the power back from that word because I flip records and shit like that. And like I flip beats now, and I'm a flip myself. You feel me? And like, I'm just trying to put like the power into it. And and back then I used to flip some stuff to make some money. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like an umbrella term. But I do find it funny. Like we had a pop up over here, and one of my homies one of my producer homies. I'm not gonna say his name or nothing, but it's the first time I met him in real life, and bro was like, "Yo, what's up, Flip?" In a booth full of Jubo's a Filipino brand, first off. Oh, so everyone turned their heads, and then they look at me and they're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot this one's name is Flip."
You're like, "Fuck you say it."
Yeah, type shit. But yeah, it's very funny because like a lot of people that are not Filipino say flip instead of dro, which is very I feel like people don't say what's up YBN, YBN.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
So like people don't say that, so I just find it weird that people call me Flip, but. I also I did it to myself.
You said it stands for fucking little island people?
Yeah.
That's so weird. That's so funny.
It's like
that's such like a weird specific thing.
Think about it. It was like back then when, you feel me, when Japanese in America was like beefing and shit. It was corny back then.
So I know you said you think like you said you have long-term goals you think of in terms of like the future, etc. Do you think if there's like one message that you wanted to like spread with your music by the time you're done, like in 10, 15 years, 20 years, whatever, by the time like, you know, you moved on to something else maybe, what do you think that one message would be? You got it. Like, don't ever doubt yourself. It's possible. Yeah. It's possible is my term. Like, we literally have a saying in the Kid Lore. It's called "Get in where you fit in." That's like it's taking every opportunity you can. If you're in a studio session and you're quiet, you're not getting in where you fit in because you don't belong there. But if you get in where you fit in because you belong, then that's you. And I feel like that's what I want to spread to the world. Like, you can get in where you fit in. Yeah. And if you feel like you fit in there, you fucking fit in there. If you don't, then you don't. It's simple as that. It's like based on feeling. Yes. If you're too nervous to do it, that's fascinating to me. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. It's like it's a whole mindset to a work ethic. Because if you don't get in where you fit in, you literally like you don't belong there. Yeah, you don't belong there, and you can tell. There's a reason why you feel the way you do. Exactly. But if you really believe in yourself and you push through, don't get me wrong. There's anxiety with everything that you do, right? But if you push yourself to get through that anxiety and get to that goal, you get in where you fit in, man. But yeah, that's what I want to push to the world. Get in where you fit in. Yeah. That's beautiful. I like that. Yeah. Dro, appreciate you, man. Dante. You're a smart fucking dude. Oh, shit. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, you're a smart-ass guy. I love the way you look at things. I think you have a lot of, like, important game to spread to people. There's a lot I feel like people can learn from you. Appreciate that. Especially in the world of, like, being observant and just being open to opportunities. Yeah, and in no way means I'm 2 years into this. Like, yeah, I could learn from other people too. Of course. Well, that's part of why you are where you are, because you are aware of the fact that you can learn from other people. Yeah. But I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Dante. Excited to see where you go in the next 5 years. Yeah, thank you. Tell them where they can listen to your music, where they can get sessions, where they can do everything. So, Isandro on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, everywhere, YouTube, it doesn't matter. Isandro, Isandro. Flip Dro, if you want to give me credits for production or beats. And Coterie Dan. That's my new home. Coterie Dan, that's beautiful. That's what we're going to leave it off to. All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Music matters. Music matters.